What happened when my boss tried to take credit for the project I built from scratch? At 24, I was fresh out of college, working as a junior analyst. My salary wasn't great, but I was eager, hungry, and determined to prove myself. My boss, Richard, was the opposite, loud, arrogant, and brilliant at making himself look good in meetings. When our division was tasked with creating a new strategy to pitch to investors, Richard told me, "You'll handle the grunt work. I'll handle the big picture." Grunt work turned into all the work. For weeks, I lived inside spreadsheets, running models, pulling late nights, and even designing the presentation slides. Richard barely glanced at them, only saying, "Good, keep going." The night before the pitch, he walked past my desk and smirked. "Remember, you're just the assistant. Don't speak unless someone asks you directly." His words stung, but I bit my tongue. I told myself the results would speak for themselves. The next morning, we entered the boardroom. The CEO, CFO, and several investors sat around a long glass table. My heart raced as Richard strutted to the front, pulling up the slides I had made. "Ladies and gentlemen," he began smoothly, "I've spent weeks building this strategy. Weeks." My stomach dropped. He was passing off everything as his own. Slide after slide, he recited my research, my projections, my careful wording. People nodded, impressed. Then the CFO leaned forward. "Richard, these numbers are fantastic. How did you calculate the growth under scenario 3? Richard froze. He glanced at the slide, coughed, then stammered. "Well, it's complicated, but essentially," the CEO interrupted, unimpressed. "No, really, walk us through it." Panic flashed across Richard's face. He floundered. My hands shook under the table. This was it. He was going to ruin not just my work, but my credibility too. Before I could stop myself, I raised my hand. "Excuse me, may I explain?" The CEO turned. "And you are?" I swallowed hard. "Emily, junior analyst. I built the models." The room went dead silent. Richard's jaw clenched. "Go on," the CEO said. My voice shook at first, but once I started, the late nights came back like muscle memory. I explained the methodology, the assumptions, the stress tests. I even pulled out backup spreadsheets I'd brought just in case. As I spoke, heads nodded. Investors leaned forward, scribbling notes. The room shifted from doubt to respect. When I finished, the CEO leaned back, impressed. "Excellent work. Clear, thorough, insightful." Then he turned to Richard. "Why did you imply this was your work?" Richard sputtered. "Well, I oversaw her. She's just what?" The CEO snapped. "Because from here, it looks like your assistant just carried this entire presentation." The air was electric. Richard's face turned red. For once, he had nothing to say. The CEO looked at me again. "Emily, from now on, I want you presenting directly. And send me your resume. I think we've been underutilizing you." The meeting ended with investors buzzing about the strategy. As we left, Richard leaned toward me and hissed, "You'll regret this." But he was wrong. Later that afternoon, HR called me in. Richard had been quietly removed from leading the division. Within weeks, I was promoted to project lead. That night, I went home and cried not from sadness, but from relief. For so long, I'd believed that staying quiet was safer. But sometimes the only way the truth comes out is if you raise your hand and speak. Now, whenever I walk past that boardroom, I remember the CEO's words, "Just what?" And I remind myself, never let anyone write you out of your own story.